Hello, this is Sarah or waterlily716, and today I wanted to make a video about why your curl type doesn't matter that much. But this is just a common theme that has cropped up a little bit when I've been making videos, and it's something that I've realized and I've seen a couple other hair bloggers talk about, and as well it's something that I feel like I end up talking about in the comments or in different discussions online with people. And I also think it's really important for those of you that are starting out or learning to care for their natural hair or their curly hair, because I think it's important not to put yourself in a box because of your curl type, and I'll get into that a little bit more in the video. But I think that if you solely look at your curl type when you're deciding on your routine, you know, when you're looking at other people's hair and their routines, and if you put yourself in that box just based on your curl type, then I think you are doing yourself a disservice, and you are not necessarily approaching your hair care in a super rational manner. And this is my opinion, and you guys are feel free to disagree with this video if you want, and you know, discuss about it in the comments. I would love to have a discussion about this. I think it's a really important thing to talk about in our, you know, in our curly hair community and whatnot. I want to just give you guys my 2 cents on this because I think it's really important, and it's something I realized after, you know, wearing my hair naturally for I don't even know how many years now, so I wanted to make a video about it. So first off, let's just like start at the beginning and break things down for anyone that may be coming into this conversation that doesn't know about the terms. So basically, curl type is how curly your hair is, how much texture it has. There's type 1 straight, type 2 wavy, type 3 curly, and type 4 kinky, and you know, it goes further than that, but we'll just leave it at that for this video. A lot of times when people start learning to care for their natural hair, they'll find out their curl type, and then they will you know, then find other people that have their curl type, figure out their routines, kind of copy their routines, especially if you're really confused and you're really lost at the beginning and you're really struggling with the way your natural hair looks and you don't know what you're doing, which I feel a lot of us don't know what we're doing because, you know, maybe our parents don't know what they're doing with our type of hair, maybe they don't have our type of hair, maybe no one ever taught them the best way to care for, you know, natural hair, naturally curly hair and that sort of thing. So we start off confused and we latch on to curl type, and I definitely think I did this at the beginning of my journey. But I think there are so many other aspects of hair care that are more important when it comes to sort of the products you're putting on your hair and the ingredients that your hair will respond well to. And those other things are things like porosity, how porous your hair is. I have a whole video about porosity, so I will link that down below, and why it's important to your hair care. So yeah, your porosity, and then your density of your hair, how many hairs you have on your head, your hair strand thickness, how thick is each strand from fine to medium to coarse. And then I'm trying to think if I missed anything. I'm sure that I have. There are other, you know, characteristics and ways to categorize hair. I personally believe that I have low to medium porosity at the top of my head, more low porosity, and then the ends are more porous. Which means like the moisture just kind of comes in and out of them, but the top, it's really hard to moisturize, so that's why I think this is low porosity. Again, if you want to figure out your hair porosity, I'll link the video down below. And then I have medium to fine, fine in some areas, medium in other, thickness of strands, and then I have quite dense hair. It's pretty thick, and by the way, this is not my natural texture. This is my blown out texture. So yeah, but I think if you have things in common with someone that, like for example, a little while ago I did a video with my friend Kim here on YouTube, and she has type 4 hair and I have type 3 hair. Her hair is a lot more curly than mine, but we both had low porosity hair, and lo and behold, we did a routine swap, and her routine worked pretty well for me. I've also done a routine swap with Shelly Marquette, who's a YouTuber who used to be here on YouTube, aka Nora, and she has much looser curls than me, and you know, using their products was really fun, and I learned new things about my hair, and I learned about new products that I wouldn't have known about otherwise. And you know, I just learned more about what my hair may need. You know, and it's always surprising, but the more and more, you know, I go forward in my hair journey, it's less and less surprising to me. And I think at the end of the day, it boils down when you're choosing, you know, the products that you put on your hair, that you nourish your hair with, that you moisturize it with, that you strengthen it with. I think it's less and less to do with your curl type, and it's more to do with your porosity and the thickness of your hair and that sort of thing. So now there are definitely important aspects to styling your hair that I think coincide with curl type, but I think curl type is just one facet of your hair. And like I said at the beginning of this video, I think if you put yourself into the box, like if I, at the beginning of my hair journey, did this, I was looking for a hair twin. I was looking for someone's hair that looked exactly like mine, and then I was going to copy their routine. My hair was going to turn out perfect like theirs, and it was going to be really beautiful. And that's not really the way it is. You know, I feel like I know so much more about my hair, you know, knowing its porosity and, you know, the strand thickness and the density, and, you know, at this point I even know which ingredients it likes, which ingredients it doesn't like, all these sort of things. But I think they're related to those more important factors like porosity and stuff than they are to my curl type. So yeah, I just think, you know, for styling purposes, it can be important, and for certain techniques, it can be important. But I also think, you know, if you have fine hair, there's a lot of things that are very important for fine hair, and it doesn't matter what your curl type is. But if you have really thick hair, then there are a lot of things that are important if you have thick hair. And I've watched, you know, other people's routines who have much curlier hair than me, but they have thick hair, like me. Maybe my hair is not as thick, but, you know, through their routines, I have learned some techniques that are really helpful to me for like detangling and styling and stuff. That is just my opinion on the matter. You know, it's nice to meet someone who may have like exactly the same hair as you, but I think at the end of the day, it's not as important as porosity, density, thickness, and other factors like that. I just don't think it's as important to your hair health and your hair care. So if you're just starting out caring for your hair, I would encourage you to figure out these other factors about your hair, which is really confusing at first. It's a lot of information, but if you figure out these things, you can more easily understand your hair and what it needs to be healthy and to look nice and to style it to be frizz-free and all of these things. So that is just, you know, a video I thought that I had to make. I've been thinking about it for a long time. There's just an idea that I need to share with you guys, and I would love to hear about your thoughts about it in the comments. That is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope it was thought-provoking perhaps, and I will definitely see you guys in the next video.